let us understand that the day our lives begin to end is when we become silent about things that matter. That is why we deem it necessary to join the international community to celebrate this occasion, that is the World Human Rights Day. This day comes every year on the 10th of this month, and this, including other years, and those to come, we wish to join the international community in this important day. We welcome you all to this gathering as we want to go through our speech. I am going to start with giving you a brief rundown of our organization, that is Farafenni Amnesty International Focus Group, which is a human rights advocate body established in different parts of the world, and Farafenni Focus Group is in no way behind amongst those focus groups in different parts of the world. Our organization, Farafenni Focus Group, was established some years ago, and the prime purpose of this group is to protect the rights of the common people, as well supporting the poor without segregation, supporting those segregated, the oppressed, and as well the minority people. Our organization, that is the Farafenni Focus Group, is one of its kind in this region, as it deals with types and issues involving protecting and advocating for human rights. Like every year, on this day, that is the 10th of December, we'll be working around one particular theme. And this year's theme is nothing but equality, freedom, and justice. There is no other theme that could be more fitting than this, considering how the world is going today. You can all bear witness with me that there are injustices globally in different parts of the world, including, in fact, our houses and our homes. Be aware that part of celebrating this day is to accord a token of recognition to those who stood up to fight for the right of others in different parts of the world. Justice will not be with us if we say this without mentioning names of honorable people who live their life and die poor only to advocate and fight for the right of others to be protected. This include Martin Luther King Jr., Marcus Messiah Garvey of Jamaica, Alhaji Malik Malcolm X of the United States of America, and Madi Mokendo Jabate of the Gambia, Edward Francis Smalls of this noble country, Bobby Wine of Uganda, Julius Malema of South Africa, Bob Marley, the famous reggae musician of Jamaica, Lucky Dube, the famous reggae musician of South Africa, but Madiba Nelson Mandela of South Africa, who served more than 20 years in prison only for the fight for justice and protection of human rights of the people in South Africa and every other person who is suppressed globally. Human rights are those rights which are necessary for a dignified and decent living of human beings, as well as human existence and adequate development of human personality. This makes us remember one of the greatest theorists in development that let us understand that development has three core values. And one of those core values, which I consider the most important that match with this year's theme, is freedom from servitude. Human beings everywhere have to live a very dignified life, otherwise life becomes very difficult and there will be no step taken towards development. If we must be developed as nations, as communities, as villages, as towns, and as homes, we must respect the freedom of one another, accord everybody their freedoms, and also let justice be served without delay, as we believe that justice delayed is equal to justice denied. Going further, ladies and gentlemen in this hall, out of the entire audience present here,
Well, it was until after the Second World War in 1948 that the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was established. Now, what is the rationale behind it? We know very well that people's rights have always been infringed from the Second World War, from the Fourth World War, from the slavery, and many other events whereby people's rights were seized. But it came a time when people have to come together to realize that all human beings are equal and they need to enjoy equal rights. But even apart from the declaration, long before the declaration, if you look at our religions, for example, most of us here are either Muslims or Christians. Now, if you look at our doctrines or our books, the Quran or the Bible, all of them, we have human rights embedded in them. So it means that human rights is something that is very essential in human nature because it helps people to live together. But now the question is, since the advocacy of human rights up till today, are human rights respected all over the world? We have seen that there is chaos all over the world. Anywhere you go, there is problem. Now, where does the problem lie? Is it because of our institutions? Is it because of religion? Is it because of ethnicity? Where does it lie? Because these are things that need to come together harmoniously to pick what will fit the society. Of course, I know some people who are fanatics. They will tell you that human rights, of course, is a foreign idea, it's a Western culture, whatever. It is not compatible with religion. That's a very big mistake. Go and look at the declaration, look at the charter. There is none of them there that is not compatible with our religion. Because all our religions speak for peace and coming together. So this is the message that we young people today must look into. We must not listen to what other people are telling us outside. Look, let's try to learn and not listen to people. If you listen to people, they may tell you the wrong thing. But if you have the opportunity to learn yourself, to know what is required, no one is going to fool you tomorrow. Human rights is a basic need. Everybody needs it. We must do everything possible to promote human rights. And in promoting human rights, there are certain values that have to be in us. We have to be tolerant. We have to learn to be patient. Because these are very important things. We learn to respect people. We learn to respect people, their opinion. We should not be quick at condemning people. When they come in an opinion which is not compatible with your own opinion, come together. There could be dialogue whereby you can discuss and come to. So on that note, because time is not our side, I will cut it short. But the main thing is, this is something that we have been advocating for many years, and we are yet to achieve our goal. And what is responsible? Those are the questions that we need to ask ourselves and see how we can come together to solve those problems. Thank you very much.
Human Rights Day is observed every year on the 10th of December, the day on which the United Nations General Assembly adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This declaration was adopted at Palais de Charlotte, Paris, after the experience of the Second World War. This was one of the first major achievements of the United Nations. The day is celebrated internationally to honor this extraordinary accomplishment. The theme this year, Human Rights Day celebration, is freedom, equality, and justice for all. And it is a fitting theme for our current times. Every individual deserves the freedom to express themselves, to practice their beliefs, and to live their lives without fear of persecutions or discriminations. The decades since the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948 human rights have become recognized and more guaranteed across the globe. The UDHR, as it is called, has since served as a foundation for expanding system of human rights protection that today focuses on vulnerable groups such as persons with disabilities, indigenous peoples, and migrants' rights. Human rights are needed to protect and preserve every individual's humanity, to ensure that every individual can live a life of dignity and a life that is worth of a human being. The principles enshrined in the Declaration are as relevant as they were in 1945. And there is a need to stand up for our rights and those of others. We can take actions in our own daily life to uphold the rights that protect us all and thereby promote the kingship of all human beings. Human rights are protected by international and national laws. Ladies and gentlemen, today, as we gather to commemorate the International Human Rights Day, let us take a moment to reflect on the fundamental values of freedom, equality, and justice. These values form the cornerstone of a just, harmonious society, and it is our collective responsibility to uphold and defend them. Without justice, freedom, and equality are just empty promises. I want you to join me to call for the liberation of Palestine. Let us all shout together and say, liberate Palestine. Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
Free the people of Palestine. Justice to the children of Palestine. End the occupation of Gaza Strip. Mr. Chairperson, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on this day, let us not only celebrate these values, but also recommit ourselves to defending and promoting them. Let us stand in solidarity with those who are denied their basic human rights and work tirelessly to end discrimination, inequality, and injustice in all its forms. So in conclusion, Mr. Chairman, I want to seize this unique opportunity to sincerely thank Amnesty International Senegal, who are the sole sponsors of this program. My heartfelt appreciation also goes to the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, MOPSI, being the implementing partner in the Gambia for their continuous support and collaboration. I also profoundly thank the school administration for unwavering support to the Human Rights Club. My warmest gratitude also goes to the invited guests, teachers that are present here, students, members of the Human Rights Club. Without you people, this program would have not been a success.
We appreciate it. We thank the school administration as well for giving us this opportunity to celebrate with the members of the Human Rights Club. I want to also take this singular honor to thank all the previous speakers. And my dear students, I want to challenge you all to make the best use of all the lessons you have learned here today. And every year, the Human Rights Club of Farafenni Secondary School come up with a team to celebrate this Human Rights Day. But how many of us are really making the best use of this opportunity? Human right is for all human beings. All of us here want our right to be respected. But are we respecting other people's right? That's a big question. Human right is as old as our religions. Be you a Muslim or a Christian. If you go back to our holy books, it is there. Go through our holy books, you will know that human right is as old as the word religion. God has created us to respect each other's right. Unfortunately, some of us are not observing the rights of others. We are not respecting the right of others and want our rights to be respected. And that is why, once again, the Human Rights Club has called us together again to remind us that we need to respect each other's rights as we want others to respect our rights. That's why in the Holy Book, it is said, do unto others what you would want others to do unto you. It's simple. That simplifies human rights. And if we do that, the theme of this year will be 100% achieved. That is equality, freedom, and justice. That is all we need. These three pillars is very, very fundamental to human rights. We need to live by this so that the world at large will be at peace. So that we have peace in our life, personal life, without personal conflict. We have peace in our homes. We have peace in our classrooms. We have peace in our societies. We have peace in anywhere we meet. We have peace in our nation. We have peace in Africa. We have peace all over the world. I want to challenge all of you to, from today, begin to change our attitudes towards people's right. We need peace. And it is only through human rights, observing human rights, all of us collectively, we can have peace and live a peaceful life. On that note, I want to once more thank all the previous speakers and Human Rights Club in particular for this wonderful celebration. Thank you.